Greetings and salutations, guys. We're trying something new out today. We know the full videos might be a little bit thick. Might be a little bit long for some of you guys. So we want to give you some nice short content, get some short films off, you know what I mean?
I'm Jules.
Wait, what'd you just say? You ain't Jules, man.
I expected you to play along, but I guess that's not good. Okay.
Nah, there's only one Jules, guys. There's only one JV.
Highlander face ass. Well, I'm Colin, your friendly neighborhood dirty rapper guy, or Easter Believers Excelsior. I've been here before.
Yeah, second in it.
So today we're watching basically.
Yeah, they're watching basically by Ari Aster. You probably know him from his other works like Midsummer and Hereditary. This is nothing like those other ones. Like we want to be truthful with you guys.
Full
We have seen
disclosure.
this.
Yeah.
We have seen this one. But we just want to try this out because it was a little bit thick for us. So we had to watch it a couple times just to make sure it was dope.
Yeah, this shit's dense, but it's really good. It's worth the sit there.
Alright, so without further ado, press play!
What the hell?
Oh yeah? And who would be the right place? I don't know.
Are you serious? What are you doing?
Don't get hung up on me.
I'm asleep.
So what's that then?
So like, I'm not tripping, right?
Find this funny?
They're like gesturing towards the crowd like hard as fuck, right? They're playing towards the back seats, you know what I mean? Like she's talking to us.
I can see that. I didn't think that. Like I didn't think that immediately. Like I was my first thought was just, man, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
That's my mother. Don't ask me why. She used to
Like
be
also
an actress
love
in
the
movies about pretty
like the
women.
horror
Now
movie
she just tortures me
staying like
because
something
it's my
like
turn.
something was gonna happen on that camera turn.
Yeah.
But nothing but dialogue.
Right. Nothing but dialogue.
Just goes around biting the hand that feeds her. Todd overdevelops his
And then it
brain
cuts
and
into this
his brain
smooth
just
shit.
total lack of activity.
This hat though,
Wait,
those
Mm.
polka dot
don't stop,
pants.
my friend.
I feel like this takes place in different like time periods. Like it's like different styles.
She
I can
said
see that.
She knows this sounds insane, but she only did it to get closer to me. Bitch. The point is, he dabbles. He owns a couple of magazines, and he manages a bunch of buildings, and he made a shitload on the stock market. Although, he likes to threaten that times are tough and it's time to scale back. which, of
The
course,
juxtaposition
never actually happens.
between the maid and
Shandy,
the
did you clean
woman
the pool?
and the mom.
Yes. Did you fix
Also,
your
the
car
mom
yet?
is
Yeah,
kind of a
it's-
bitch too.
And like stuck in darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, the maid is in the light.
Because that does seem to concern me. FML, comma.
Like
That's-
that was
that's a
current
great-
as fuck.
Yeah.
It was current as fuck.
That's a great line, but it sounds like a setup. Again, maid in the light on
Yeah.
the outside.
I feel like I'm missing something still. I still feel like I'm missing something with this. I feel like I feel like there's something behind this I'm not understanding.
Insane way, because she supposedly don't believe in God. And I think it's ridiculous and hypocritical to all of a sudden believe in him the minute things get dark or you think you're gonna die. But I also don't explicitly not believe in God because who knows?
So that's a reasonable opinion of faith,
Yeah.
right? That's a very neutral opinion of
And
faith.
a very nuanced one.
Like, just for instance, look at nature. Have you even actually looked? It's amazing, and I don't.
So
know
she spit this
who
real ass
is
shit,
responsible
and then went to
for
like
amazing
pure
stuff.
Valley Girl, like 2014's Valley Girl in the fucking forest, take a picture with a juice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, did
Yeah.
she go through college and graduate?
To Gwyneth Paltrow.
Basically. Why you hate Gwyneth Paltrow so much? I'm sorry, man. Why would I hate you so much? You were viewing on you so bad.
Because Gwyneth Paltrow does it herself.
It's pretty much been my job to keep the dust off.
I love that kind of transition to this new position. The kind of lights go out. You hear it go.
I think she falls.
So it's basically every rich girl's dream of being an actress, I guess. Is what we're doing?
Feels like it. Loki reads like a tense Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode.
Last summer, a skydiver driver whose chute didn't open fell through the glass right over there, dying horribly, but instantly, thank God. When the police and the paramedics
I'm sorry.
arrived, they turned him over, and apparently
I'm sorry,
his
what?
skin was being eaten away by some poisonous plant he fell into. It turned out that our old housekeeper, Milena, was growing this
Okay, so it's
crazy
the Alp's fault.
arsenal of poisonous shit. Like
This
20
movie
different
doesn't care about brown
species.
people.
She just sat there and stared at me, didn't say or even acknowledge anything. Who knows what would have happened to us if that guy's chute had opened. Another reason why I don't not believe in God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My second to last boyfriend, John, was this really smart, really sensitive guy who was just amazing at painting and drawing and writing and literally knew.
This is Wes Anderson.
Yeah. Some of this is Wes Anderson as fuck. Like, it's got that Wes Anderson.
Yeah, that like fantastic Mr. Fox vibe.
Cause he's just standing there, perfectly coordinated colors to the fucking awning.
You hear her before you see her.
Yeah.
And she comes out of this elaborate ass door.
Yeah. Like every shot of this is kind of like a vignette from a different well shot movie, like stylistically wise.
This is nouveau vague as fuck.
Great or actually exciting in a way you could see and didn't have to read about. And his art was like that too. The only problem was that he'd be the one arguing with you about it. Like, for instance, he was 5'4", which is basically the definition of who cares. You could totally tell that he was obsessed
gorgeous
with it,
backdrop.
which doesn't exactly help if you're trying not to be. And also, he didn't come from a lot of money. Again,
Ooh.
who cares? And
She's like, nigga, don't So, does it mean something that she's being pleasured physically by a guy, but is completely doesn't really lose her cadence at all? Doesn't change her vibe at all? She just kind of moves on with it?
No, just kind of keeps going. Just kind of keeps going. Unbothered. Also, the man's on the outside. Whether
Is this dude playing the music? Okay, I thought he was playing the music to the song.
Strumming the pool cue.
Yeah, it's like he was just like.
was completely in love with him because he did cameos. And
Also, that's
features,
totally a
and
piano,
apparently, he was interested in me
by the
because
way.
I pretty much couldn't care less. But long story short, we hooked up. Superficial sparks flew. I broke up with John, which made him weep in a way that I never want to see another man weep. So, of course, the Nick thing lasted for like 2 days, obviously. And then a couple months after I broke the things off with the first guy, John, the artist, he was diagnosed with leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I only saw him like one time, but he was already well into the chemo and pretty much bald and could barely breathe. And I wasn't sure if he recognized me, but like right after the nurse introduced me, like before I could even say anything, he grabbed my arm and begged me, like literally begged me to kill him. And so I basically had this huge panic attack and like tore out of there and ran home and cried nonstop for like 2 weeks, during which time I guess he died, or I don't guess he died. He died, and
She's so used to just going through everything terrible going on, and then she kind of flows through it, and she's like, oh wait, she almost felt human for a second.
I mean, I guess I really dodged a bullet.
And then she does.
Jesus.
So this is Britney Spears, right? I mean, sorry, Britney Spears now, but this is Britney Spears at the time. Like, you know what I mean, though? Like, I'm not tripping, right? That's Britney Spears,
Leave
right?
Britney alone, man. Oh,
Dick pic.
Jesus.
That's how you know a movie is fancy, because you see man dick. You only see man dick in fancy movies.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, and if it's awkward man dick, then it's really fancy. Then it's like new wave as fuck. Then it's like
Is that how that works?
like it's very bro.
Who the fuck is John?
What?
Who the fuck is John?
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? In the 10th grade, I was in my high school's production of Long Day's Journey. I was Mary, and this like 100-year-old scout who was in the audience one night apparently said I was better than Florence Eldridge, who was like the first official Mary. But I guess he wasn't a real scout since nothing ever came of it.
I'm gonna say Jennifer Aniston or like Angelina Jolie
It
now.
was my first time in a play,
I can see
my
maybe.
first time in front of an
Because
audience.
Angelina Jolie ain't got no husband, man. Now
Somewhere in
she
this
kind of just be
second
chilling.
act,
She ain't
I
in shit no
felt
more.
where
She
I
just
was
be
completely-
chilling out with her
I don't
like
wanna sound
multiracial
whatever
kids.
about it,
Never
but
thought of it like that.
Hmm?
all my
I said I never thought of it
ego
like that.
Yeah.
fell away.
Done.
My self-consciousness and I was something I wasn't posturing or playing something. It was like I was lifted out of myself, or not lifted, like dissolved almost. And every time I noticed that I was in this place, I realized I had a choice, and I chose to stay in it. I mean, it was a choice. And I know that sounds gay, but that's what it was. And I felt it, and
What time period is
people
this?
said I was just as good those nights too. I don't think I've ever felt it again. Maybe sort of, but only ever sort of. But, I also don't believe that those things just go away forever either. I mean, what if I had chosen not to come back into my body that night? Is that even possible, to just take that feeling and live in it? Or is the chase just the whole thing?
There's a lot to this. There's a lot to this movie. I don't know what to grab onto.
It's almost like a character study, but from firsthand, straight from the horse's mouth,
Yeah.
of an unreliable narrator.
Yeah, and you don't really see any of the in between changing parts. You just get the kind of points that she jumps to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just unreliable exposition for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, it's just unreliable exposition for 15 minutes, but because it's just unreliable exposition for 15 minutes,
Mhm.
set against these oddly specific backdrops.
Like this, right? Even this shot right here, this is kind of like similar to that era I was talking about before, that kind of Heather's era, that kind of 16 Candles kind of era.
There's a lot of play between light and darkness.
Yeah, a lot of play with light and darkness. And like I said, the last look she, like, well, not the last, but when the guy was dying, we talked about the guy, her John dying.
Right.
That looked like old style dress, like this same time period, but
And
with Facebook in the background.
Right. And it, like the scene where she's talking to us in the pool,
Mhm.
or around the pool.
Yeah.
Everyone's dressed in these 70s gear. It looks like, some shit that you would see in fucking Animal House or
Yeah.
Boogie Nights,
Mhm.
right? Except she pulls out the phone.
And talking like
You know,
fucking
LO,
14,
or FML, I'm going to kill myself all. Like,
Yeah, and-
which even then is, this came out in 2014, so yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess, would that be a setup for something? You said a setup for something, but we didn't see the ending of it. But the last shot is with her sitting with like a full bottle of pills, talking about she'll never achieve that feeling again.
It's kind of like an ego death, to be honest. Because over the course of
I didn't think
this,
about it like that. You're right.
over the course of this film, you kind of see the contrast between her and her mother
Mhm.
blur the entire time. Where at once she was very starkly against her for these specific reasons,
Yeah.
thus starting this crazy ass story that eventually leads into her fucking blackout drunk in the middle of
You know what I mean?
Like
Basically
the party
becoming
floor.
what her mother was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
screaming for someone who wasn't there. Screaming for someone who wasn't there. In this particular case, he physically died.
John, yeah, which is weird. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, is it weird that the only person that she actually, I guess, expressed like any kind of like that she kind of like cared about
Was that dude?
what was John? Like, you can tell in her voice. It's the only time she ever really got emotional was talking about John. But it was like something. It was like a wall between her and her like emotions, where she kind of wanted to feel sad about his death, but she just wasn't capable of doing
Right,
feeling
but then
sad
I
about it.
died a bullet.
But then that's the bullet, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because she had to be sad, right? You can tell by like, well, it might also been the fucking music that they were playing. But
I mean, if she wasn't sad, she would have told Boy Toy to get away from her.
yeah, boy tried to get rid of her. She corrected herself, but she was going on like in that kind of arrogant, flippant, like
I
shit
mean,
pattern.
I don't guess he died. He died.
Which I got so used to her talking like that I just didn't even pick on the fact that she was just flipping. Because the things she talked about some really gruesome stuff.
Right.
It's really messed up stuff.
Right.
He says it with such a flippant way of talking about it.
Flesh-eating poisonous plants and shit. Like, but says it so casually and then mentions like, oh well, that's why I believe in God. Right after that whole fucking spiel.
Exactly.
And it's just like right after such a very poignant, very nuanced discussion about why religion is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, like especially,
and
like,
it's just like,
even the transitions from the time periods, from that like deep ass like discussion about God to like Valley girl standing in nature with a thing of juice, talking about, oh, I just love nature. Like, she's introspective and she's smart, but she's privileged. She just throws it away. She throws it away. She's like,
her intelligence means nothing. Like,
at
shit
all.
that she's accomplished means nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm rich.
I'm rich.
I'm rich and I'm white.
From privilege, yeah.
You know?
Basically.
And then for all of that to wrap up in essentially her reflecting on her existence.
And her pursuit of what she wanted.
Pursuit of what she's going for and her pursuit of what she's wanted essentially shows, kind of a growth past that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where she basically became her mother, but stopped herself from going home.
She's what do you call that? Like, not like reflective. It's not reflective, but like when you are self-aware.
Yes.
She's self-aware. I'm terrible at finding words. She is self-aware as fuck. Even from the beginning, she always critiques herself.
Right.
Even when she's like just being terrible. Right.
Right. Even when she's just being a dick to her mom, she understands that you might think I'm being a dick to my mom, but that's because yada yada yada.
Yeah, because like I care about her. Well, I mean, I love her, so like it's just
I get to.
Yes, I get to.
But the entire time she's also too busy justifying herself.
Yes.
Which kind of, I guess, catches up later.
Man, this is a really nice.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
That's why, like, we've seen this already.
Yes, we have.
We've seen this already. So like we spent, I guess, this watch through more soaking in like the cinematography and things about the shots specific. But go back and listen to this dialogue because this dialogue is poignant as fuck. Yeah, and like it's
thick
as hell. It's thick, but it's concise. It's damn near like watertight. Yeah, like despite how thick and dense it is, it's damn near watertight. Yeah. And like there's nothing that's. If there is something that's filler, it's filler for the sake of character. All character.
All character dialogue. All character dialogue. And just basically self-reflection about this character. For about 14 minutes. So yeah. Hope you guys like this. Show that you like this kind of shorter stuff. We'll do some more of these if you guys like it. Yeah. Go ahead and
remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and ding our dong.
Hit the what?
Ding our dong. Ding our dong. Ding our bell.
I think he means hit the notification bell.
Ding our dong.
To make sure that you get notified.
It's a reference. It's an internet reference.
When we upload, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah.
I don't know what ding our dong comes from. Not even gonna play with that.